Hello, my Aquarius water-bearing sun, moon, and rising sign friends. My name is LaChan with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your mid-February 2017 Love and Romance Lenormand Prediction and Oracle Guidance reading. And this is going to cover the period of February 14th to the 28th of 2017. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all those who have thumbs up, liked my videos, to those who have shared my videos. Thank you to all my old subscribers as well as my new subscribers. I truly appreciate all the kind words and all the support that I've been getting from you. I truly do, and I'm going to be saying this forever because I will never stop being grateful. So thank you everyone so much. I am doing private readings, so if you would like a private reading with me, please email me at powerlifehypnosis@gmail.com. I am also having a blast helping you guys find your lost items. That is a service that I've recently introduced, and I am having a lot of fun with it. So if you need help finding a lost item, please email me, and I would be happy to help you locate your lost things. So send me a message at powerlifehypnosis@gmail.com, and I would be happy to point you in the right direction. So, water bears. So what I did for this reading is I did 3 cards. This is a Lenormand and Oracle Guidance reading. So I took 3 cards for a short prediction, and then I'm focusing more of my reading on the Oracle Guidance. These messages are for millions of water bears. So if the messages do not resonate with you, please check your moon and rising sign videos as well. If these messages do resonate with you, please check these videos as well, as they may provide you with a more complete picture of your month. Okay, so also, before I start, I'm doing a reading in which 1 subscriber a month will win a free reading with me. All the details for my drawing are in the description box below, so please check those out when you are done with this reading. All right, so now we can get started. So, water bears, for your Lenormand prediction, I have here, first card is the Gentleman, Fox, and the Sun. And if you guys saw my February Lenormand readings, I mentioned that I actually did make these cards. This is my best friend here. That's a Sun card. So, hi. Okay, so we have the Gentleman, the Fox, and the Sun. And I'm going to take this in 2 different ways. I'm going to address 2 different groups of people with this. For one group of people, this message is going to speak about you. And for others, I'm going to use this as a warning message. So if this message does not speak about your actions, which you know, they will be speaking about you, if they are your actions. And if they're not, I'm using this as a warning card about someone that you may be involved with, Aquarius. So the cards that I have, again, Gentleman, Fox, and Sun. And the Gentleman can, it represents a male. So this can be you if you are male, or this can represent a male lover. Okay, so it can be in a same sex or opposite sex relationship, so a male lover, but either way, a male lover, a male partner, a male love interest, something like that. The Fox. The Fox represents someone who is cunning, someone who is conniving, someone who is manipulative, someone who is secretive, someone who lies, who does what they have to do to get what it is that they want. Okay, so, and then the Sun card has to do with, it can do with successful relationships and things like that, happiness, good relationships, harmony. So putting these cards together, I would say that, so if this is not you, if these are not your actions as the Fox, because this is a card in the center, so this is a theme, so if this is not your actions as the Fox, this is going to be relating to someone who Aquarius can be romantically interested in or talking to, or their partner. And this is saying that this male in the ending part of February, so some of you are going to experience something where there's going to be a situation where a male will be very sneaky, and he's going to create some success doing that. So it can be you. You may do something that's cunning and lying and conniving, and you know, you do something behind somebody's back to get something from them, and that will be successful for you. Or you can be an Aquarius who is interested in someone, and this male, or if you're a woman in a same-sex relationship, it could just be a person with a more masculine energy than you. And it's going to be saying that there may be a male or another person in your environment who is lying and being sneaking and conniving and cunning with you in order to get something from you, in order to, you know, get a successful outcome. It does look like, because the Sun card is a card of success and it's a card on the end, so it shows a successful outcome. So it shows that some of your Aquarius may be using some thievery, some trickery, some connivingness to, I know that's not a word, but, you know, being conniving to enter a romantic relationship, get something from a partner, something like that. Or if this is not you, please watch out, because someone may be sneaky behind your back to get something from you, and it may be successful. Okay, and also by these two aces here, because both the gentleman and the Sun card are aces. And from this, I see that there can be some kind of challenge that's followed by great joy. So, you know, this lying, this sneaking, this connivingness can be a challenge. And then we have the Sun here. So I can see that it's followed by great joy. So it may be a successful outcome that happens from this sneakiness and this connivingness. But just watch out. Make sure that, you know, if this isn't you, that the person you're romantically interested in isn't trying to do things behind your back or being sneaky or manipulative for a deceitful, you know, for a harmful purpose. All right, so that is your very short prediction from me. If you would like longer predictions for your individual situation, go ahead and email me at powerlifehypnosis@gmail.com, and I would love to do a longer prediction for you. Okay, so for your Oracle guidance, the cards that I have here are, excuse me, the Tribe. This was a card on the bottom of the deck for the overall energy. The Tribe in reverse. Then we have here Between Worlds in reverse. Hi guys, I accidentally cut off the camera. This is my first time making videos. Okay, so we have, again, the Tribe. We have Between Worlds in the reverse. We have Higher Power in the reverse. And then finally, Imagine. And I really like the way these cards came out. I think it can be a very direct message for some of you. Again, this is a general reading, so these messages are going to resonate in many different ways. But I do feel like this is a pretty direct message, so it may be very spot on for some of you. Okay, hopefully many of you. So the first card that I have here on the bottom of the deck, representing an overall energy and overall theme, is number 8, the Tribe in reverse. And when the Tribe is in the upright, it speaks to being a part of a group, being a part of a greater whole, fitting in with the tribe, belongingness, connectedness, and things like that. And in the reverse position, the Tribe can be saying that some of you may be experiencing something during this time where you feel as though you have to change who you are. This card is it's 8, the card number 8. So it represents power, authority, control. So because this came out in the reverse, I'm going to say that some of you may be experiencing a feeling of a lack of power or a lack of control. And this feeling could be coming from feeling as though you may have to change who you are. Change who you are. So you may be changing who you are in order to fit in with the rest of the tribe, in order to get along with the rest of the tribe. You may be hiding who you are in order to fit in, hiding who you are and playing a role in order to fit in with those around you, in order to fit in with the rest of the tribe. Okay, and this card is saying to assess your willingness to be authentic and be true to yourself and be real with yourself about what it is that you want in your relationships, what it is that you want from a partner, what it is that you want from a person, what it is that you want in general, what do you want for yourself and your love life. So this card is speaking of that. So this is going to come across differently for everyone because this is a general reading, but those are the themes of this card. Being willing to assess your authenticity and being real and being you. Okay, so now let's get into the 3 cards here. So the first card I have here for the foundation is Between Worlds. I really like this card. Between Worlds, the card came out in the reverse. So when Between Worlds is in the upright, it is speaking of being between 2 different phases. So it can be between, this ending phase, this dark phase, and this light phase. So this is going between 2 different phases, not being fully out of one phase, going into the other. This is speaking of transitions. This card is a 3 energy. So we go from power and control, and this resonates with progression, expansion, and things like that. Trinity. Okay, so in the reverse, this is saying that some of you may be going through a transition period or may see yourself soon going into a transition period or, something like that. And in this place, you can't fully see what is on the other side. And this is saying to be aware and be careful about your expectations and what it is that you believe is going to happen, because I'm getting this message that some of us may believe that we can plan out everything and how things are going to happen, or we believe that we know how things are going to happen. And as we're going through this transition period, we may, see a trajectory of things happening. However, as we start going through this transition period, as we start getting through the middle of this transition to the other side, we see that what we envision will not actually play out, and what we envision is just in our head. And this is because what Spirit has for you is much, much better than you can ever imagine. As human beings, we have a very limited scope of what can be. We have a very limited scope of all the possibilities of the world and of the universe. So this is saying to be mindful of your expectations and what you're thinking is going to happen and what you're hoping is going to happen and what you want, because what Spirit, what God, what the universe, what your higher power has in store for you is so much better than anything you can ever have imagined, anything that you can ever have perceived. So be very careful about your expectations and about what you are looking for. Okay. And for those of you that do have expectations about something that's coming up, this can be a good time to, let those go, because again, you only have a small frame of reference as to the beauty and the amazingness and the power of the universe, of the world, of God, of the field of potential and all the beautiful things that can come to you. You have a very limited view. So for some of you, this is saying to let go of the expectations and see what comes in and allow that to come in, because that will be so much better than what you had expected. Okay, so the next card that we have here is the Higher Power. And this Higher Power card comes out in the reverse as well. And this card resonates a 4 energy, which is stability and security. So, okay, so I'm looking at the numbers that we have going on here. And so we have Between Worlds, which is 3, which is a stability, which is an expansion, a progression. So some of you can be going from expansion and progression into building foundations for steady partnerships. So we have here the Higher Power in reverse. And of course, the Higher Power in the upright can speak to your individual higher power, whatever that may be. And in the reverse, this card is speaking to being mindful of who you are allowing or what you are allowing to be your higher power. For example, some of you may be dwelling in past hurts, past, think about old people, old situations, old relationships, and things like that. And when coming from that type of place, when you're thinking about relationships in that way, that tends to be the source of where your manifestation comes from. So, for example, if some of you are thinking about an old relationship and it is causing turmoil inside of you, and you are hoping for a new relationship, the way you will go about putting out the energy for this new relationship will be based in this false higher power here. So that's going to be for some of you. So for some of you, your source of manifestation may not be coming from the right place. Your source of manifestation may be coming from old hurts, old things, as opposed to your actual higher power, as opposed to the universe, your God, whatever your higher power is. And this is saying, to me, a message that I'm getting here is, for some of you, this can be a message to switch that around and put that back into the upright. Put that higher power back into the upright. Because through your higher power is the source of where your manifestation comes from. Your intent, that's the source of where your manifestation comes from. So if you are looking at the past and past hurts and things like that, then you're not going to come into the relationship or the circumstances or anything that you want. So this is saying to, turn your attention back on that, on your higher power for your manifestation in order to manifest, in order to bring about the actual type of relationship that you want. And for some of you, I'm getting the message to, do some talking out loud, do some speaking, some praying, something out loud. Can be meditation for some of you, visualization for some of you, vision boards, writing, any type of communication with your higher power, with the universe, with the, with source, for what it is that you want for your current romantic relationships or, your future romantic relationships. I'm hearing to reach out to your higher power in order to manifest what it is that you want during this time. Okay. And that goes very well, I believe, with this next card that I have for you, Imagine, number 20. So that deals with partnerships. Partnerships. So for this number 20 card, again, this Imagine card, it came out in the upright, so I'll go into that. But this also speaks to the messages that I just had here, which I didn't do that on purpose, but they came together for the higher power card. So this Imagine card speaks of turning what it is that you envision. So we have here the, I'm going to go back here to the higher power card. So it came out in reverse, speaking of where you're manifesting from, where you're manifesting your relationships, your love from. Okay, we talked about turning it into the upright. Now, this card is saying here that this is very important here. This turning this into the upright, because what you imagine, you will manifest. So this card, Imagination, speaks of visioning, imagining what it is that you want and having these things turn into fruition, just like I was talking about here with the higher power. So it's just turning things into fruition. So this card speaks of having plans for what it is that you want. So again, for some of you, it's going to be visualizing, and pick whatever is best for you. Some people are good at visualizing, some people are good at writing, some people are good at just thinking, putting the energy out there. But visualize, manifest from a place of imagination. Imagine what it is that you want, what it is that you can have, because know that you can have that, okay? But it's about turning this higher power into the upright. It's not about having it here, because if you manifest from here, from this higher power in the reverse, then you're not going to be able to have all the beautiful things that come with this card. Look at this card. It looks like, it does look like by the light shining off the water and the clouds coming up and all that, it looks like there's just like a burst of manifestation and things just coming up from this ocean of possibilities, a sea of possibilities. That's what I just picked up there. So we have here that, turn imagination into manifestation. Sing it come through, okay? If you can see it, if you can dream it, you can do it, you can be it. And I know that may sound corny to some of you, but it truly is. It really, really is true. As this card does suggest, it really is true. If you think about, good things come to you. So this is turning your imagination to manifestation. So spend time thinking about what it is that you want. And if there's a type of relationship that you want, think about it. Write it down. Envision it. Come up with, for some of you, this is something that I just got. For some of you, if you are searching for a relationship, searching for a partner, write down a list. There's two lists. There's one list that you can write down where you can write down the type of person that you want to be with. Or there's another list where you can write down the pros and cons of people that you have been in relationships with in the past in order to find out the type of qualities that you liked in these people, the type of qualities that you didn't like in these people, in order to help you find what type of person that you do want to be with moving forward. Or this could be for some of you who are already in romantic relationships. You can also write down lists of things that you enjoy in your relationship in order to focus on those. Those are just things that just came to me right now. So that's going to be for, some of you, but not for all of you. So again, we have here, imagining what it is that you want in your love and romantic relationships. So spend time doing that this month, okay? For some of you, this is also saying that by doing that, a person that fits this description of what you want, the person that you imagine will come into your life by doing this. This person will come into your life and change your life for the better. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of put these together and sum these up for my last little message here. So I'm going to take these cards together. So we have the tribe, which speaks about not compromising who you are, in order to get along with the tribe, not hiding who you are, being authentic, and things like that. So being true to yourself about what it is that you really want. And then we have here, being mindful of your expectations, okay? And that's also why a lot of people, including me, I feel like it's a good idea to, although we all have expectations can also disappoint us sometimes if things don't turn out exactly as we think they will. And most of the time, we don't have control over other events and other things that happen. So again, this is saying to be mindful of your expectations in your love and romantic relationships right now. Be mindful of where you manifest from. Be careful of where you manifest from. So where you manifest your relationship from, where you manifest, your new partners. This resonates with you all in different ways because this is a general reading, but be careful where you manifest from. And what you want to do is turn this manifestation. So move from a place of manifesting from old hurts, old, detrimental situations, to turning this up into the positive, because when you do, whatever you imagine to come true will. Whatever you imagine to happen can. So that is the big message that I have for you. Okay. Alrighty, water bears. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Please thumbs up and like this video if the messages resonate with you. Please share this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Also, please check out the details in the description box below for my February drawing. Email me at powerlifehypnosis@gmail.com if you would like to book a reading with me, or if you need help finding your lost items. Thank you again so much, and I look very forward to seeing you all here soon. Bye.